game at all last night? Did you watch any of that?
The first quarter or
29-0. You're thinking it's over, right? What are we doing here? Next thing you know, the Steelers are dropping a touchdown pass on the final play of the game, which would have given them a chance to tie it.
So I saw Dalvin dominate early on. I saw the kickers miss. Both missed a field goal early on. I couldn't make it much longer than that. I had just finished watching the Lightning beat the Toronto Maple Leafs.
In a comeback style.
That was a Red Russian cover on the over.
Did you get my text last night? First about a minute of the game, I was like, oh, wonderful start. Power play goal. Great, thanks.
Yeah, I did. As it happened, I was talking to my father for a lengthy conversation, just one of the fun ones.
Yeah, just catching up. Yeah.
Always a privilege to, I mean that too. Just a long convo about life. It's great. But I got your text, and I was watching the game. It was on silent, and he wasn't watching. So I was pissed for a part of the conversation, and they responded. It's 2-2 after the first, and that cover looks pretty solid, and so it was. But I didn't make it too deep into the NFL game.
Little Red Russian action last night. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to make it up for the people after costing them dearly the day before, where we whiffed on both of our NHL picks. Neither of them were even close to coming true. So this one, I feel back and emboldened and excited. Everybody's excited. Everybody feel good today? Everybody's got to feel good today, right? You have to. Here's an observation. I was thinking about this today, Tom. When you look at a cigar, if you see somebody smoking a cigar, you think to yourself, that looks delicious. Every time I see a cigar, I think, that looks tremendous. I'd like to smoke that cigar. Every time I look at one. But if you see somebody smoking a cigarette, you think, oh, good Christ, that looks terrible. What are you doing? You ever notice that?
Yes. In fact, I conflate the two. If I see
a
cigar, oh, yeah, I don't think it's I'm not into cigars.
No, they're not the same at all.
I understand.
Cigars are wonderful.
One is much bigger than the other.
And they're delicious. They're delicious.
No, I'm not a cigar guy.
Oh, you kids, start smoking cigars. They're great for you. I love a good cigar. But a cigarette, on the other hand, when you see a cigarette, it just screams.
Trashy.
It just says, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm broke and angry.
That's the one thing I'm sure Patino hates the campus of Iona up there. But kids in New York, I mean, my God. Right. Nobody really smoked unless it was something illegal in my high school, right?
Right. Then they couldn't wait.
But apparently in every high school in New York, in the greater 5-borough area, they're just lighting up cigarettes. They're in homeroom. And
smoke them if you got them.
At the cafeteria.
Forget about it.
Because every day I walk to class, it's just one big cloud of smoke. I'm like, what is wrong with people up here?
What is wrong with people?
What is wrong with people?
Yeah. Good, Jeff. I'm glad to hear it. Feeling fantastic. Thanks for asking. You're welcome. I gladly ask.
There is one person that we should well wish, though, and we meant to yesterday, but then, an athletic director was hired out of nowhere. That's right.
All Noles needs a well-wishing. So that's the moniker. That is the handle.
Yep.
All Noles, we wish you well.
Heard that
it was a car accident of some sort, and we're wishing you well. I don't know who the hell All Noles is, but whoever they are, I hope they're doing well.
That's right.
And thank you for listening.
Just like we were wishing our buddy Bob better out on the West Coast as he was listening to us again yesterday from the hospital room. Such dedication on this chat and to the listener group. But
Loosey
get better, All Noles.
Yeah, I will tell you, on the Loosey Goosey edition of the Jeff Cameron Show, a Friday edition, I do pay more attention to the chat. A lot of times I ignore the chat completely. But I let you guys monitor. In case somebody donates to the cause or is a contributor to what we do here at Warchant TV, then I want to make sure that I correctly and rightly note that contribution and say thank you. But it's healthier for me during the week to largely ignore the chat as I'm conducting the show.
It's a good idea.
Not because I have a problem with anybody on the chat, per se.
He hates all of you.
That's not true. It's not true. Most of you. So that is kind of...
Oh, boy. The literalists. Here they come. Here they come.
Oh, man. I think I'm going to...
Sarcasm, folks.
If you can get it, I think I'm going to take the 7.5 with Navy against Army. I think I'm going to do it. I know I'm rooting for Army just like you.
Wow.
But if I can get the 7.5, I'm gonna take Navy there.
That isn't because I heard that right. You're taking Navy 7 and the hook? Because I did. Did you see me bash my head before the?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Started?
What the hell are you doing out here?
So I was moving one wire to another place, and they've got a huge TV monitor that's a monitor that's off camera here to this side.
Massive.
And the corner of it hit right in my temple. Matthew had to turn your mic up to start the show because I was seeing stars.
You hit it that hard?
I may have concussed myself.
Did you give yourself a concussion?
I don't know.
Well, I'll be monitoring you closely.
That's right.
You very, very closely. That's not good. You don't want to do that. Concussions.
So I didn't hear that wrong. 7 plus the hook in an Army-Navy game?
Yeah, I need to double check this. I can't believe that's the number. I saw that somewhere and I thought, am I looking at this wrong? What are we doing here? What the hell is that the actual number? Hey, on Wednesday night, did I tell you I interviewed Navy's head golf coach? And we do it every year. We interview Army and Navy's golf coaches on Beyond the Tips there on Sirius XM. And it is always, always, always a great pleasure to do so. It's remarkable what these kids go through in order to be able to compete and play college golf. It's Tom, you and I both love the game. We love to play the game. You played golf today at the lovely Capital City Country Club, one of the great treasures of Tallahassee. And you and I are going to play there frequently as we are members. But what I would tell you is that you'd have to really love golf if you went to the Naval Academy or if you were an Army cadet. You'd have to really love golf in a way you can't possibly fathom.
Yeah.
Because you would be up at 4 a.m. every day, for starters, and you'd be doing a hell of a lot of things before you ever got to hit a golf ball. And then you'd have to squeeze it in between all of the really, really rigorous classes and tasks that are required of you. And what little free time you had would be taken in that moment only to play golf, because it's the only window in an otherwise 20-hour day you have. It would suck, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we remark on, the life of a student athlete in a non-service academy setting and how the NIL will help account for the fact that they can't go to work because they're busy. And they do have full schedules. Don't get me wrong, they do. But if you're a member of the military academies and you've got that extra layer of the 4 a.m., the sirens are going off like it's a Cat 5 maintain.
Jesus.
I mean, that's unbelievable. Plus, I'm sure that they all smirk anytime they play around a golf with civilians who say, I'm a little sore today. I played yesterday. They're like, yeah, well,
yeah,
guess what I did?
7,000 sit-ups.
That's right.
That's what I did.
That's right.
At 4:15.
Yep. People shouting in my face.
Yeah, man. I don't know. That's a toughie. I listened to him explain their day to me, and he does it every year. He's been the golf coach. He's the Patriot League Coach of the Year several times over, but he has coached there for 30+ years, doing some things,
man. And the coach doesn't have it much easier, I wouldn't imagine, right?
Oh, no, he's working his ass off. It's just not
But the good thing, if you're a coach of the service academies, is you're really not going to deal with too many head cases, I wouldn't think.
No, I wouldn't think. I think everybody's pretty buttoned up.
They'll probably take coaching better than in other institutions.
I got it right. It is 7.5. I'm taking Navy plus 7.5. And I'll tell you something else.
Bring it. Let's go.
Okay, you want that? You want a piece of that? You lost your last wager to me.
I know.
I don't know. I don't remember the last time you beat me in a wager, Tom. You've been on a it's been a beat down central going back to the old place. I think you were 4 tall boys into me when we left.
Yeah, we're getting towards just a bottle of single malt. I'll just get you a Lafroig 10 and we'll call it even.
Didn't I whoop your ass in the Wake game the other day?
The Wake BC game,
yeah,
you did.
Yeah,
yes.
That game wasn't even competitive. Yes. Wake dropped the hammer and said, "Get you some, Tom Lang. You've disrespected us all year.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one more time."
I won't this next time when they're playing old Jimbo. That's actually a fun matchup.
Yeah, it's a weird matchup. If A&M cares, they should win. But then again, they often lose games they have no business losing.
They're going to try and shorten it, right?
Well, every freaking day.
Yeah, and they're not going to move the ball because Jimbo will get in the way of things.
Always. Let's slow it down, guys. I want to run 30 plays. The hell are we doing out here? It's ridiculous. I'd demand my money back if I was at Texas A&M.
There's a rumor circulating.
Meaning if you went to the game.
There's a rumor circulating around A&M that Elko is considering the Duke job.
Good. Get out of Texas A&M.
What? The Duke job?
He wants to be a head coach. And by the way, working for Jimbo Fisher. You think anybody whistles on their way to work if you work for Jimbo Fisher? Anybody get in the car? On my way to work. All right. How you doing, Coach? Great to see you as always. Never a phrase uttered by anybody who's worked for Jimbo Fisher.
Listen to me, you piece of crap.
Douse, he doesn't work here, Coach.
2nd and 7. 4th possession.
Run it.
You know what you did. What game?
What game,
Colorado?
I've told the story, but it's fun on a Libations Friday to tell it again. This is how good Jameis Winston was. I would review or talk about after he reviewed. I would talk about the tape of every game that Florida State played. And Jimbo and I would go through it before we did our official interview. And it was great. It was fun. And he would always tell me the mistakes made or the great plays too. And he was, listen, by and large, he was pretty much complimentary of players. But every now and then he'd be like, you wouldn't believe this. And he would go into a spiel about how somebody just butchered a play. And I'd have to keep from cracking up. It was great. But Winston told him, he threw a pick, and Winston told him the coverage that they were in. And Jimbo said, well, why didn't you throw da-da-da-da? And James was like, well, no, they switched to cloud, coach. They went to cloud. And he was like, no, they didn't. And James said, oh, yeah, they did right before the snap. And I didn't pick it up. And it was just good coverage by them. And I made a poor decision. But you should have thrown. And he tells him several times over what he should have done. And Jameis, knowing that he knows exactly what happened and did have a photographic mind in terms of coverages, said, no, that's not true. Now imagine the redshirt freshman Jameis telling Jimbo Fisher, you're wrong.
We're talking about Jameis Winston.
And he said it on the sidelines during the game. And Jim was like, no. And they couldn't let it go. Now the game's going on and they're going back and forth. I would have loved to have had the headset on. And James was like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Imagine that moment. Jim's
We're talking about Jameis Winston.
I'm not wrong. Don't tell him.
Well, that's him. He'd have a word with the quarterback. The quarterback would walk to the bench, and then he'd follow him.
Oh, yeah. He's like, and another thing.
Come back here.
Yeah, listen to me. So
I know I said I was done. I'm not done.
So back and forth. But Jameis never acquiesced. He didn't back down. He kept saying, you're wrong. You what? And then it turned into the two of them yelling at each other with him going, check the tape. And Jim going, you look at the tape. And back and forth they go. And
meanwhile, Randy Sanders is like, FML, just F my life.
And back, you check the tape. I'm going to check the tape. The second we get you, and then back and forth, they're going back and forth. And then Jim was telling me this, and I'm buckled over in laughter. And then he says, I'll be damned, that son of a bitch was right. I couldn't believe it. That's the first and only time. I still can't believe it. He was furious. He had to admit it. And then he chuckled. He goes, well, I'll never question him again.
Well, he said something else, too. He said, sometimes I've just got to learn to shut the F up.
Oh, yeah. Well, with him.
With James.
Not anybody else.
Not with EJ, not with Ponder, not with McGuire, JJ.
Not with anybody else ever. Yeah, no. But with him, he just had to, that is one of my favorite moments ever. That was the best. Oh, I'll check it. You wait. Don't tell me to check the tape.
Come down here and say
I'm a tape checking Jesse. You
say it to my face. I am.
I'm telling you right now. Right. Check the tape.
That's
Jimbo.
the thing, man. With Jameis,
I'm checking it.
Jameis,
I got it on my watch.
You saw him finally show that side of himself just before he blew out his ACL against the Bucs with Traquan Smith on Monday night against the Seahawks. And Traquan did line up right.
It's easy. These guys
it's easy, Traquan. And then Traquan steps to him.
Well, James' eyes got big, like, we're about to go. Yeah. He was incredulous.
Yeah.
He was incredulous.
And the smirk from Sean Payton in the background. He's like, I'm not going to break this up. This needs to be said.
Yeah. Well, I love it because Payton's looking over like, what in the world is happening behind me? Why are you two gentlemen? Well, I need some pills. And he's looking around, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, well, he's right. You get after him. All right, next play. That was hilarious. Yeah. That if you have the still of that. Also, you've seen the meme, I think, over the last year. When my man says, look at the man next to you before the game. Look at the man next to you. And James turns and looks. It's the best. Somebody froze it. He's like, turns and looks right at him, but nobody else is. He doesn't mean it literally, Jameis. Oh, I'll get it on track. It's Libations Friday if you can't tell. Jeff Cameron Show 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV. Our partners at ISF know you want to do amazing things. You have big ideas and goals for the future. For over 40 years, ISF has focused on solving the future for state government through strategy, process, and technology. As a national management and IT consulting firm, ISF has the expertise to transform strategies, refine processes, and implement solutions to lead you in today's changing environment. ISF, your vision plus our expertise brings your brilliant ideas to life. Visit ISF.com to learn more. ISF, solving the future.
Applications, onboarding, payroll, termination. Business owners and managers, you know these are the processes that take away too much time from what you do best. But what if there was a locally owned, responsive solution that would charge you a fraction of the big national payroll companies? Sound too good to be true? It's not. North Florida Payroll Services is Tallahassee owned for nearly 15 years. And in that time, their prices have never changed. The reason North Florida Payroll Services can do that? Exceptional customer service that constantly evolves with the latest technology. From application to termination, for turnkey service for your payroll and HR services, trust a Tallahassee expert and save yourself time and money. North Florida Payroll Services. Online at northfloridapayroll.com.
Civil lawsuits, contract disputes, attorney Chris Dunn, 583-5380, offices in Tallahassee.
Hi, I'm Jeff, founder of Which Superior Sandwiches, and I'm here to tell you about our signature witch, the Wicked. Why call it the Wicked? Some say it's wicked tasty, some say it's wicked large. One thing's for sure, with oven roasted turkey, ham, pepperoni, roast beef, and bacon, as well as your choice of 3 cheeses, it definitely takes you from wicked hungry to wicked happy in just a few wicked good bites. Only at Which Superior Sandwiches.
On Wednesday, the Wicked is just $5. 5 meats, 3 cheeses, $5.
Are you stumped on who to call for fast and affordable crane and tree service? Deep South Tree Service is a cut above the rest. They go out on a limb for their customers. With the largest crane in the Big Bend area, no job is too tall, no job is too small. Call Rob for a free quote today. 850-877-TREE. That's 877-8733. Deep South Tree Service. Our roots run deep.
When you need a plumber quick, how long is an acceptable time to have to wait?
Yeah, hey, it's the Millers again. Just calling you about our little plumbing problem.
2 hours?
Hey, we were hoping you can get here soon because the water is getting really bad. I mean, please hurry.
4 hours?
I know you said you were on your way, but, honey, tell the kids to tread water.
8 hours?
Don't worry about us. We're fine.
At M&L Plumbing, you'll never have to wait long for quality, dependable service, right when you need it. At M&L Plumbing, we listen to our customers, and our qualified technicians aim to achieve 100% customer satisfaction. So the next time you need plumbing work or repairs, think of the name M&L Plumbing, your local plumbing experts, commercial or residential. Give us a call, 850-575-9393, or visit us online at mndlplumbing.com. M&L Plumbing, for all of your plumbing needs.
We all want more energy, more strength, more results. Well, welcome to Orange Theory Fitness as you take a step towards feeling more alive today. Backed by science, Orange Theory's heart rate monitored workout is scientifically designed to keep heart rates in a target zone, spiking metabolism and increasing energy. Orange Theory Fitness is a one-of-a-kind group personal training workout resulting in more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours. Experience a more vibrant life today with Orange Theory Fitness. To find out more, go to orangetheoryfitness.com.
The Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness. 2 Tallahassee locations, Midtown on Thomasville Road and Northside in the Village Common Shopping Center. Online at orangetheoryfitness.com.
All right, so I need to, by the way, did you happen to see? Oh, good job, Manny. Thank you on Twitter. That makes me laugh. All right, I'm looking at it right now. Okay, Yeah, we can do it. Let's talk about the basketball game. Do you want to do that?
Basketball.
See, Purdue lost to Rutgers.
Yeah. I'm getting more worried about us as every result trickles in because that shouldn't be close.
But we know that team is good. It just had a game.
Yeah.
It's just a weird game. But
also, if the refs were part of the union or whatever, like they were when we played them in the ACC Big Ten years ago, I could see how that game would be kept close.
Florida State's 5-3. They're 0-1 in the ACC. They do not play an ACC game this week, but rather an SEC contest against South Carolina.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Since you brought up FSU basketball, I was just thinking about the highlights of last night's football game. Did you see the
I saw Dalvin go off for 200 plus.
He did. Did you see the Scotty Barnes moment for Chase Claypool in a key situation?
No.
Under 30 seconds to go, they're down 8. Minnesota's trying to blow that 29-point lead.
Yes, they are. That's what they do.
So you could still not feel good about Zimmer after a win.
Mhm.
That's how they roll.
They did get the cover, however.
They did indeed.
Very rare for them.
So Claypool catches the ball. There's, I don't know how much time. It's under a minute. And he starts dancing and celebrating. He's tackled in bounds. There are no timeouts. The clock is ticking. The offensive lineman tries to rip the ball away from him. It bounces away. It rolls away.
Geez.
It costs them about 7 to 8 seconds off of the clock. Think they could have used that? There were 2 seconds to go. Final play from about the 12-yard line. So it was a Scotty Barnes type moment, but Scotty wouldn't do it with 30 seconds to go when he got to have it. But he was doing like a dance, just dancing.
Nice. Situational awareness seems to be lacking here.
No, and he got ragged on last week by Tomlin himself because he said he wanted music to be added to practice, and Tomlin said, the hell are you talking about?
So we play South Carolina. They're 6-2. It is the inaugural No Room for Racism Classic, Sunday at noon at the Sports and Events Center in Rock Hill, South Carolina, where I can report they do have outlets that serve coffee. That is true. They do.
Yeah,
also,
not the Huddle House sludge, like real stuff.
Right. They're also terribly afraid of Muslims. Televised on ESPN2.
As evidenced by billboards. That's not your opinion. That's just the billboard fact.
And it would be my opinion, even if the billboards didn't exist. Xfinity Cable Channel 404 in Tallahassee. If you're looking to watch the game, FSU leads the all-time series 16-14 with 26 of those matchups coming between 1981 and 1991, when both programs were part of the good old days of the Metro Conference. I love the Metro Conference. 14-12 in favor of FSU as conference rivals they were. Get you some South Carolina. Flashbacks to the Metro. The two teams last met at the TLC Double C. I was here covering Florida State at the time, all these many moons ago, and I don't remember this at all. It was the game in March of 2006, Tom. In 2006, you recall the classic matchup against South Carolina at the TLC Double C in 2006 in the second round of the NIT.
Yes, we had just beaten Butler. Butler.
Look at you.
Yeah,
I don't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. The ding does. When the third-seeded Gamecocks squeaked past the second-seeded Noles, 68 in overtime, despite 22 points and 10 rebounds from
Zeke Swan.
Alexander Johnson.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I believe that was the boobyless Alexander Johnson. This was after he had lost the weight and become a man.
That was Alexander Johnson, the good one with Al Thornton beating J.J. Redick in the spring of 2006.
That was the Alexander Johnson that was told, you got diabetes. Get it together. Start lifting weights and eat properly.
Was that literally true?
I think that's true. Yeah.
Oh, no.
That or I made it up. But he is, he turned himself around there. It was his final game at FSU, so it was definitely the man-child Alexander Johnson won.
Yeah, the first round of the NIT, if I recall correctly. Because
Zeke Swan at 16.
It was a little hazy that day, but it was St. Patrick's Day, I do believe.
Good God, Tom Lang.
When you're at Potbellies and other places, when you're a child.
South Carolina, by the way, would go on to win their second straight NIT championship. And with great pride, Dave Odom held the trophy on high. NIT champs again. It's rare you win the NIT the previous year and then end up in the NIT again the next year. That's not a step forward. Would you celebrate that? Hey, look, we're the tallest midget again. I know that's not proper. Little person, tallest little person again. The Gamecocks are now coached by Frank Martin, as you well know, and he's angry, but in a good way. In his 10th season with them, that doesn't seem right. He'll go on a lecture tour. And
He was he was Kansas State's guy yesterday, right?
10 years ago.
Wow.
That's insane. You know, it goes to show you, you make a hire, you think you got a guy, you believe in him. Dude's 159 and 135 overall. He's 19 games under 500 in his career in the SEC. Something tells me they hired Frank Martin not to go 19 games under 500 in the lackluster SEC. That's got to be really infinitely frustrating.
I tend to agree.
His two best seasons came in 2016, where they went 11-7 in the mighty SEC and went to the NIT. He did take him to one Final Four, but man, was he good at Kansas State. There were some things going on there. 4 NCAA tournaments, deep runs, the whole damn thing. Just a bum now. They were disappointing last year with South Carolina. They went 6-15.
Oh,
it's not getting better. Not getting better there. They were 12th out of 14 teams in the SEC last year, Tom. 4-11. Well, 4-11 campaign from Frank Martin. Again, let's hope that they continue down the path of not playing well. Hey, we're no great shakes. We're no great shakes this year, so we'll see. I want to know, because I don't know, and he's from Brockton, Mass., the Gould Academy, famously, who Wildens Leveque. Is his name actually Wildens? Because that's a really cool name.
We're about to find out on Sunday.
We are. The other guys are like, James Reese, Jacoby Wright, Eric Stevenson, A.J. Wilson. That's all well and good, but Wildens is the guy's name, and that's just fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds kind of like Lastings Millage. Remember Blasto?
Oh, yeah, he sucked. Yeah.
But it was a great name.
Yeah, Lastings Millage was great. He hit a home run, I think, in his first at-bat for you, and then hit a home run in his first at-bat for the Pirates when you gave him to us for a bucket of balls.
We did. And that was a good trade. It's a good job by the Mets.
These are brand new balls. All right. You got those for Lastings?
Throw in a case of Pro V's and it's done.
So we shall see. That's the game. Once again, if you're looking for something to watch Sunday at noon, unless you're making the trek to scenic Rock Hill, South Carolina, where coffee is available, readily available.
It's because they're just on the border. Yeah. They probably imported from North Carolina.
Remember how angry I was?
Oh, yes.
This is ridiculous.
No, I don't remember.
This whole state, we should light this state on fire.
Every 20 miles.
Yeah. Well, you didn't disagree.
No.
You didn't protest.
The billboard was a little much.
Oh.
I thought.
It was a ninja.
That's
with
why.
red eyes. It was great. Yeah.
It looked like something out of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
What is wrong with people?
The whole state was like, oh, they're coming for your freedom. It's great. Chef Cameron Show 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.
Your local news now.
2 juveniles were arrested at Gombe High School on Thursday. The administrator observed 2 males park in the visitors' parking lot, and then they walked towards the front of the school, bypassed the office, and entered the campus through the security gate. When they were approached by administrators, they attempted to flee and were detained by school staff. Resource deputies were notified and arrested the 2 17-year-olds. Neither are Gombe High School students, but are students at other Leon County schools. They arrived on campus in separate vehicles that were found to be stolen, and deputies found an unloaded gun while searching one of the vehicles. Florida State University announced Thursday that Seminole Roosters CEO Michael Alford has been named FSU's athletic director. Alford replaces David Coburn, who is set to retire in 2022. Alford has served as president and CEO of the Boosters since 2020. FSU noted Alford is an accomplished leader with a wealth of experience in collegiate and professional athletics and has a proven track record of fundraising, hiring successful coaches, and managing elite athletics programs. This is Rachel Lene with your Real Talk 93.3 Local News Update, brought to you by Mac & More Systems, Tallahassee's go-to Mac store. Check them out online at macandmoresystems.com.
This is meteorologist Laura Lockwood with your Real Talk 93.3 weather update. Mainly cloudy today with areas of sun developing. High of 77. Tonight, increasing clouds, low near 64. High of 78 on Saturday. Lots of clouds, areas of showers, and a few thunderstorms. More showers and storms possible Saturday night. Will cool to a low near 58. This report is brought to you by Long John's. For your landscaping and lawn care needs, visit longjohns.com. Right now, 61.
This is Dr. James Ryan Finn from Finn Chiropractic, and the holiday insanity is upon us. It's Halloween, it's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, it's New Year's, and oh my gosh, Valentine's Day is around the corner. Well, don't wait to Valentine's Day to give yourself some love. Come to Finn Chiropractic. Let us get to the cause of your headaches, neck pain, back pain, numbness, and tingling before the holiday insanity takes its toll. Contact us at finnchiro.com. That's FENNCHIRO.com, because your chiropractor loves you and there's nothing you can do about it.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Hold on, Tom. Is that Eddie again?
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Hey, what's up, guys? What are you doing?
Back on the golf course, Eddie? You don't play. Are you playing?
No, man. You know me. I don't know the difference between a 4-iron and a cesta. But
different sports.
I'm out here giving out gift cards, man. I'm delivering some gift cards for people for Christmas. So make sure you come get your gift cards. Call up, order them up. We can get them to you.
Greatest gift to open, especially, I think, out of a stocking.
Ooh,
stocking gift card from Gordo's or Bumpus is where it's at.
Hey, we like pantyhose, stockings, anything you got. We'll put them in there, baby.
Let's try to keep it clean. Take care of your town and your people like you do, Eddie. I'll take one of those gift cards. Thanks, brother.
You bet. You know, if you could wish for anything, Jeff, what would it be?
World peace. Gordo's, bringing the flavor and flair of Cuban food to Tallahassee since 1996.
Here's what you missed on the Greg Tish Show.
Charlie Crist, he's running for governor. To mention the governor, I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. And we see it in presidential. We see it all the time. It's the new norm. We even saw it in local that it should be. It's like, hey, I'm running for this local seat.
Do you understand? I heard a statistic that like half of our population reads at like an 8th grade level.
And what is the other 2/3 rate?
That means almost half does not. You're right.
The Greg Tish Show, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m., only on Real Talk 93.3. The Jeff Cameron Show is a production of the Warchant.com Multimedia Network. Check out Warchant.com today for the latest news inside Florida State athletics. That's Warchant.com. Now, back to Jeff on Real Talk 93.3.
Somebody to say who just got named athletic director, as in this is a dream job and all that stuff. Can't lose the press conference, right? Can't lose the press conference. You lose the press conference, we're going to have problems. It's the easiest thing in the world to win. Former University of Louisville athletics director Vince Tyra still hasn't publicly spoken about the series of events that led him to tender his resignation on Wednesday. I got somebody behind the scenes with a working theory that I think is absolutely hilarious and very, very interesting.
Uh-oh. He played himself?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
He thought we were getting on that plane and leaving Stewart?
Well, he thought he'd try to leverage already robust salary into a bigger and more robust salary.
So maybe we told him that the offer stands. Actually, know what? It's rescinded. F off.
And the best is that the school that he just told to F off was like, oh, what a shame. My man has to take it on down the road. Played your way out of a job. That's fantastic. He posted a letter to Louisville fans on their social media. Thank you for having me as your AD. I'm grateful for our time together and for the privilege of serving the community. You can just feel the heartfelt emotion poured out of the pen when he jotted those utterances. Oh, as I fight back the tears, I say thank you, Louisville, for having me as your AD and for the privilege of serving the community. Do you hear how genuine that sounds?
Maybe we'll meet again very soon.
In the stands.
In the same position.
Where I'll be cheering.
Please.
It's interesting. He did note that he'll be in the capacity of a fan moving forward as he's efforting to find future endeavors.
That'll happen when you're not, employed by the university. You have no choice. It's either be a fan or don't be a fan.
He also said this: while I will leave it to others and the history books to judge my tenure. Oh, really? We're going to go there? We're doing that?
You know,
Vince, nobody cares.
When people say that, though, that means I know that you think I suck now.
Well, of course.
That's what that is code is.
Yes,
code for
that's
every
code
time.
for
Yeah.
history will shine favorably upon me. You'll see.
Listen, I know his approval rating is at 22%, but I think history will show that this has been an unbelievable tenure.
Yeah, that was an interesting note. Yeah, he went on to say, I think the next chapter at Louisville will be a great one. Well, Vince, I think in other news, Vince fired his agent. I mean, one would have to believe that was just bizarre. My man, what are we doing?
I wonder if old Papa John is going to, interview for the president gig.
The rumor, by the way, was that we offered 1.2. Imagine somebody offers you 1.2 million per, and you're like, we can get more out of those sons of bitches.
Well, we were lauding his agent for being the power player yesterday.
Yeah.
But you know what? When you swing for the downs, sometimes you strike out. He should have taken the double in the alley.
That is really something. It's fantastic. I went and looked it up this morning because I was thinking, well, what did he tell everybody? Because I was told of a scenario, a give and take that put him in a bad light, and the rug being pulled out from under him. Sort of this shocking moment where he was like, "Excuse me, the job's not on the table." Is that what you did? I hear that? And so, if that happens, can you imagine that moment that you have to try to save face, calmly hang up the phone, realizing that that plane ain't landing. It's not leaving Stewart.
Everybody says, that they can walk away. Well, I could always walk away. But not everybody means that they're willing to walk away.
It's funny that you bring that up because I've been in a couple of negotiations and I have an agent, and it's the most uncomfortable thing in the world because
he's the best negotiators, many terms, many terms.
He's fantastic.
Mostly good terms.
But here's the thing about him. He just tells me all the time to shut up and just let me do what I do. And I'm like, all right, gotcha. But then time goes by and you get restless. Now, I can only imagine at a much higher level like this person is and professional athletes and all that stuff. But I mean, I'm not trying to equate myself, but just the process itself is unnerving. It's really difficult. And you call, typically, lawyers probably listen to this, laugh and roll their eyes because they get this all the time. Your clients call you, whatever the case may be. And they're like, well, what's happening with this? What's happening with this? I got it, man. You're not my only client. Hang in there. I got a lot. I'm doing some things. I'll get back to you. I promise you, I'm paying attention to everything that's going on. But it is 1:00 on a Tuesday. I got to get back to work. So my favorite is that when they tell you that something was turned down and that they're going to counter with something else, and then you go, well, I didn't have to have that thing. We could have, if this would have expedited the process, you could have acquiesced to that. You could have said, that's just fine. I don't need my phone. I mean, whatever it is, right? And then they're like, no, God, no, that's not what we're doing. What's wrong with you? I'm going to double down. We're going to ask for even more now. No. That doesn't sound like what we should do. That doesn't seem like a thing. I'm not so sure. That didn't seem to me like an invite for you to ask for even more when they turn that down. Oh, it's just a ploy. It's not a negotiation, Jeff. We're going to double down. We're going to ask for 3 times as much, and then they'll come back to the original point that we wanted to begin with, and they'll say yes. Trust me on this. I don't. I don't think that's true.
Right, and that's unfortunately Vince was correct to make that phone call. Because he played in the high-stakes poker game where there's a couple of velvet ropes. It's not the back of the house completely.
Yeah.
It's not the one that nobody knows about, nobody talks about, like Fight Club. That's where professional athletes live. And college football coaches apparently live these days. But Vince is a couple of velvet ropes in. And unfortunately, he just got escorted out of the room.
Yeah, man, that's just a weird turn of events that happened yesterday. I'm happy for Alfred. Mr. Alfred will, I think, probably do a fine job. The aspect of him getting the job that I like most was that he was here long enough to see
the inefficiencies.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to word it a little differently, but yeah. I mean, I think he's had a good lay of the land, a good look around. Has been thinking to himself without question, like, if I get the chance.
Do you think there's anybody today who goes,
damn it,
shoot, I should have been nicer to him?
Oh, a lot of people today went, I bet on the other guy. It turned out to be a bad bet.
I shouldn't have left him that voicemail at 11:37 last night saying, screw you, pal.
Aha, passed over.
Welcome, Vince.
That's what they call it when the military gives you the shaft. Passed over. It's just like, I can imagine. Yeah, that guy. Oh, well, this is, honey, get your stuff. We're done.
Well, in a moment of honesty, maybe after he's, served his time here at Florida State, I mean, that Michael had to feel that for 24, 48 hours at minimum.
Yeah, without question. And that had to be tough. But listen, it's that's the game that you play. You get in that pool and you're going to have disappointments, you're going to have successes. I think there are things that there are some challenges for him, but on a serious note, for Florida State, him having a good idea of what's broken, what's working, what's not, some of the relationships that have to be rebuilt, some of the things that have to be torn down, all of that is in play. So that is a little bit like we said yesterday on the show, the head coach and waiting deal that's no longer allowed in college football. Like, there are advantages and disadvantages, but the distinct advantage is having looked around and seen what you were lacking and what you need to get done. And I think the biggest aspect of that is I wanted somebody that had been an AD. I preferred a sitting AD, but just certainly somebody that had been an athletic director before, having to make the tough decisions and take the fallout from the good, the bad, and everything in between. I did think that getting a glimpse of the way it looks when it's operating at peak efficiency, whether that be with the Dallas Cowboys, the Oklahoma Sooners, the Alabama Crimson Tide, Southern Cal, you name it, all of those places are places he's worked before. And so I would think that certainly helps. And it would also mean that you likely have friends in very high places by which you can ask some advice, from time to time. So I would think. Hey, did you know, before we go to break, a little side note, because I'm going to talk about the Bucs, I'm going to talk about the games this weekend. How many sacks do you think Tristan Wirfs has given up since he became a Tampa Bay Buccaneer just a year ago? A rookie last season, wins a Super Bowl in his rookie season, is one of the best offensive linemen, not rookies, best offensive linemen in the league as graded out last year.
2.
That is correct.
Boom.
He gave up 1 last year, and he's given up 1 this year. 2. Sir.
And they called it, I can remember one of the holding calls. He might have 2 or 3. It was completely bogus. The guy fell down. He lost leverage, and Tristan was just too strong.
He pushed him, yeah.
Because he had him right underneath the
I remember.
neck.
Yeah, that was a bad call. 2 sacks total. I mean, we're 12 games into this season, so.
Right, and it's not just a function of Brady getting the ball out quickly,
No.
because this offense has you hold the ball longer.
He will stone you.
Plus, people tried him last year, and that was the best part, watching those film breakdowns from Baldy or Stephen Che or whoever.
Yeah. Baldy does a great job with it.
He does, but he showed his ass a little bit the other day, Baldy. He was talking about, well, you know the phrase.
No.
But Belichick on Monday saying, see, he's proving it to all those analytics people that you don't need. You don't need to worry about numbers.
Oh, come on, Baldy, don't do that. What? That's stupid.
You break down plays with great intelligence. I would think that you'd understand that there's a value to everything here.
Leonard Fournette, in his last 16 games, beginning with last year's playoffs, so a full season's worth dating back to last year, 1,515 all-purpose yards, 13 touchdowns, 76 receptions. Whew.
You might have to pay him.
Oh, that's the season he had the 1 year in Jacksonville where they thought they had a beast, and they did. But then he realized it doesn't do me any good. I'm stuck here in Jacksonville. These uniforms are ass. We're never going to win. The fan base stinks. This is not for me.
No, that place was so toxic. I mean, you think about all the personalities that were in that organization, how they all hated Bortles, and man, that was just that's bad news.
Patriots are the 1 seed in the AFC as we speak today. The Tennessee Titans are 2. And then it's the Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers, Cincinnati Bengals to round out your 6. Buffalo is at 7 and in the
which is in this. Remember, it's 7.
Yeah, it's correct. 7-5. Buffalo currently in the playoffs. I placed a little bit of pizza money on the Bills not to make the playoffs. When they lose this weekend to the Bucs, they'll be further down the path of not making the playoffs. And I would note that the Indianapolis Colts, who are in the hunt, quote unquote, would be the one that takes the slot. as they are 7-6.
Yeah, I see you, Jeremy, on the chat. The answer is LA. Get down or lay down is correct. That's where the Super Bowl is this year. And remember, after the early overreaction in September could it be a Chargers-Rams Super Bowl? Because both of those franchises came out firing. And now both of them are very desperate week to week.
Tragic.
It is, especially in the Rams case.
Yeah, so sad to see it. That's a lot, man. I'm double-check that number real quick before we go to break. Yeah, 76 receptions in the last 16 games.
Well, he might have 40 in the last 5.
It's insane. Jeff Cameron Show, 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.
Now that it's Christmas time, it's time to spread the holiday cheer, and there's no better way to lift spirits than a visit to Tallulah CBD. Shop local and stuff your stockings. Delta 8 gummies for $1.99. Chocolates are just $3.50. Oils, vapes, and so much more. Plus, while you shop around, you can now enjoy all new CBD drinks on tap, like Kava, Delta 8, and Kratom. Absolute stress-free shopping. Only at Tallulah CBD on Market Street and in Bannerman Crossing. Merry Christmas from the ladies at Tallulah.
Hey guys, it's Greg Tish here. If you know me, you know how much I love to grill, smoke, and cook outside. With the holidays just right around the corner and the cooler weather, there's nothing better than a backyard fire pit or a custom outdoor kitchen. But where do you start? Well, you start at Hearth and Patio of Tallahassee. They have everything for gas grilling, charcoal, standalone grills, built-ins, custom kitchens, unique high-end fire pits, and you can even build your own pizza oven. And don't forget about maintaining your indoor fireplace. If it hasn't been used in a while, it's a good idea to have Hearth and Patio come take a look at it to make sure it's safe to use. Or you can replace the whole thing and transform the look and style of your room. If it has anything to do with fire, you need to call Hearth and Patio. Write this number down. It's 727-4282. That's 727-4282. Or you can always check out their website to view all their products and services at hearthpatiotallahassee.com.
If you're an attorney who struggles with the balance of managing your practice and practicing law, consider Lexicon as your #1 pick. From client intake to billing and all that comes in between, Lexicon doesn't miss a thing. Our comprehensive solution combines best-in-class software and services to take care of your firm's most critical challenges, automating many of the tasks that take time out of your day. It's all about giving you more of your billable hours back. And who doesn't love more revenue? No more searching for practice management that works. Lexicon marks the spot. Visit lexiconservices.com to learn what Lexicon can do for you.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
There's fun to be had every night at the Corner Pocket. Take home prizes on Trivia Tuesdays and Beer Bingo Thursdays. And kickstart your weekend with Martini Fridays. Plus, happy hour runs every weekday and game day specials every time the Noles take the field. Watch all the best games at the Corner Pocket's Vegas Wall, featuring 560 inches of flat screen TV heaven.
Oh, really?
The best food, the best drinks, and the best place to watch all the games. Tallahassee loves the Corner Pocket.
Cameron Show brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness. 2 Tallahassee locations, Midtown on Thomasville Road and Northside in the Village Common Shopping Center. Online at orangetheoryfitness.com.
Minutes in length, so I thought there can't be a long intro here, so let's give it a shot. Let's give it a
Kind of
listen.
is. You can turn it back up here in a second. They're about to crank.
Well, I can't have the, we're gonna get zapped.
We'll get zapped again. It's about to kick in, actually. Oh man, yeah, there are games this weekend that I didn't venture down the road to touch, but one of them is the Bucks -3. I also like the Bengals and the Ravens as a teaser, a little 6-point teaser pleaser there.
Okay.
I'll talk to you about it on the other side.
The Ravens. You taking that side of it?
Yeah, let me double check that number.
Ravens are interesting. If they're having problems with the Steelers, then they're having problems in general.
You know who's not playing well? The Ravens quarterback. Shh, don't tell anybody. They get really angry if you mention it. I'm not talking about the Ravens, just people in general. He's a weird quarterback, man.
Mm-hmm.
It is all or nothing with Lamar Jackson. It's crazy.
He's
like,
on. He's unstoppable.
Dude, he's an MVP when he's on. He's that good. When he's bad, he sucks. You don't see too many MVPs caliber type players, right? Go from that guy, you can't stop him. He's the best player in the league in moments, right? To, I'd take 25 other quarterbacks right now. That's very rare, that kind of differential.
Cam Newton, Joe Flacco.
Oh, Cam hasn't been good in forever.
But Cam had the MVP season where he was, transcendent. Joe Flacco.
Yeah, but I was saying that, like, you never saw the discrepancy between him at his best and him at his worst being the gulf that it is with Lamar Jackson. Like, they could be bad. But when Cam was MVP caliber, his off days were not him just looking like he can't play a lick.
Until the shoulder.
Once the shoulder happened, it was over for him, and it had been for a long time, and people just were, picking up the name for whatever reason. I also thought it was very, very interesting. Insiders with the Patriots talked a lot about how last year was sort of an experiment to see what the floor was. Like, what the Patriots, Bill Belichick learned what he couldn't fix with last year's team. He's like, okay, I can scheme, I can create, I can discipline my way through any kind of roster, and I'll find a way to win. And last year was them going, no, you can't. You better have a quarterback. You can't.
Well, and the other thing that, people talked about in the beginning of the season last year, but not much after, was all the opt-outs. He had a ton of opt-outs on defense
in particular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, look, they just didn't have a real quarterback, period. They just didn't have a quarterback. And every week you'd go into a game going, well, unless he runs for 3 touchdowns today, I mean, they're not going to do anything. And it's just kind of cool. You could be a Hall of Fame coach, and the arrogance that comes with that, and certainly you have to be self-assured in those moments, but to think, oh, I'll bring him in. We'll win with him. Bill sees the tape. He knows he can't play. So he found out the extent to which he cannot fix it. You have to have somebody that can actually make a play.
So here's a question, just not to become Patriots radio, but you think Josh McDaniels sticks with him forevermore now? Because, like, who's ever coming after that guy? And yet he could be lauded for creating, being innovative with Mac Jones and this offense where, remember, in the offseason, they went after receivers and then they got like 5 tight ends.
They got a bunch of tight ends. Well, what they did, and I'm glad they did it, and I wish more teams would do it, because I love when you get these diversified matchups of teams that play polar opposite schemes. So
that's why the AFC is so much fun. It's a complete mess.
Yeah. So the Patriots did something that's good for football for us as viewers. They decided not to evolve. They said, no. So the whole league is doing this. We're going to go back to the 50s. We've decided we're going to manage it.
Yeah,
we're going to play great defense.
We've got
to run the
defense,
ball,
so we can do that.
Yeah, but it's cool to know that, and like just to be more physical than everybody you play. Like, we're going to be very physical. You're going to have to want to tackle.
Right. Yeah. Think about that as opposed to, say, LA Chargers.
Correct.
Right, they'll spread it out. Eckler's a good and tough player.
He's a really good player.
And Belichick would love Austin Eckler, but
who wouldn't?
But that offense is about airing it out. It's about more finesse than it is toughness.
But they don't do it enough, and I'm getting pissed with them. Throw the ball down the field. Did you look at the air yards per? I mean,
yes, because everything's a Keenan Allen 4-yard drag.
Stop doing that. You've got the guy with perhaps the best arm talent in the league.
Right, and Mike Williams as an exceptional deep threat.
They got after it last week against Cincinnati and threw the ball down the field. I was like, it's about damn time.
Also, did you see the Javonte Williams show last weekend? They didn't win. But, oh, my goodness. They finally gave him starters touches.
Finally.
I mean, ever since I saw him before last year's matchup against North Carolina, I thought, oh, this guy.
I picked him up. He's on my fantasy team. I was very pleased.
On him all year.
They finally did the right thing. I'm like, there it is. Get after it. Beautiful thing. Hour number 2, forthcoming. Stay with Jeff Cameron Show Libations Friday. Loosey-goosey edition of the program.
Coming up next, more of the Jeff Cameron Show. Live and local on Real Talk 93.3. WVFT, Greta, Tallahassee.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. The nation honored Bob Dole at his funeral, a service attended by high-ranking U.S. officials. White House correspondent Greg Clugston reports.
President Biden, Vice President Harris, former President Clinton, 3 former vice presidents, and top leaders from both parties gathered at Washington National Cathedral to remember the former senator and Republican presidential candidate.
Bob Dole was a man of his word. He loved his country, which he served his whole life.
Dole, who died last weekend at age 98, was remembered for his civility, decency, and humor, and for his service in war and politics. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Also at townhall.com, prices for U.S. consumers jumped 6.8% in November, compared with a year earlier.
The Labor Department says surging costs for food, energy, housing, and other items left Americans enduring their highest annual inflation rate since 1982. The department also reported that from October to November, prices jumped 0.8%. Inflation has been intensifying pressure on consumers, especially lower-income households, and particularly for everyday necessities.
Correspondent Jeremy House. Inflation has also negated the higher wages many workers have received and complicated the Federal Reserve's plans to reduce its aid for the economy. The Supreme Court ruling that Texas abortion providers can sue over the state's ban on most abortions, but the justices are allowing the Texas law to remain in effect. The top U.S. commander in the Middle East says the U.S. will keep the current 2,500 troops in Iraq for the foreseeable future. That's despite their shift to a non-combat role. The Dow is up 129 points and the NASDAQ ahead 62. More at townhall.com.
Do your pets have the same energy they used to? Do they have problems with itching, scratching, a dull coat, or goopy ears? Then your pets need Dinovite.
DINOVITE.com.
For over 20 years, pet owners have trusted Dinovite to supplement their pet's diet.
We started Dinovite, and in our first stock, we noticed a difference.
Dinovite is an all-natural daily supplement made from whole foods that help support your pet's immune system, digestion, skin, and coat.
Within 3 weeks, he's not scratching and itching, and he's an all-around happier dog.
Today's commercial pet foods are processed at high temperatures, which bakes out all the essential goodness. These processed foods can lack the essential vitamins, enzymes, and probiotics that contribute to overall good health. Adding a scoop of Dinovite to your pet's food bowl is the answer.
If you love your pets as much as I do, you'll want to do what's best for them to live long, healthy, happy lives. I have 2 cats and 2 dogs. All 4 of them are on the Dinovite.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
DINOVITE.com.
What's important when shopping at a gun store? Let's start with a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Then add top-notch service, great selection and pricing, and a personal shopping experience only found at a locally owned and operated business. At Red Hills Arms, they're right on target. While other gun stores come and go, Red Hills Arms remains Tallahassee's go-to local gun store for all your firearms needs. Stop by today and get welcomed in like family.
We all want more energy, more strength, more results. Well, welcome to Orange Theory Fitness as you take a step towards feeling more alive today. Backed by science, Orange Theory's heart rate monitored workout is scientifically designed to keep heart rates in a target zone, spiking metabolism and increasing energy. Orange Theory Fitness is a one-of-a-kind group personal training workout resulting in more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours. Experience a more vibrant life today with Orange Theory Fitness. To find out more, go to orangetheoryfitness.com.
Broadcasting live from Florida's capital city, this is the Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness on Real Talk 93.3. Now, stop what you're doing and listen closely. It's time for the Jeff Cameron Show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
the NCAA transfer portal from Texas.
That thing is going to need a new, I don't know what, everything. You're going to have to replace all the parts.
The recruiting rankings as we sit today, everybody. I'm going to do the, Tom, should I do what's it called? The class calculator? We're somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 15-ish, somewhere in there.
Not bad.
No. We've got 16 commits.
Because that's about where we finished in the top 25, right? It was like around 12.
Of course. The verbals that you need to have as 100% lockdown, got them for sure, no problem. They're here. Can't wait to sign on the 15th. On Wednesday, upcoming, where we'll have the Warchant TV extravaganza that is recruiting day celebratory behavior, I think.
Signing Day Live. Well, that's why it's sponsored by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits.
Well done, sir.
You want to celebrate? That's where you go. Not to celebrate, to get the stuff so you can celebrate. That'd be weird if you celebrated inside the store.
It'd be something. You would be really happy at that point. You're like, I'm going to just pop this open
Want
right
everything.
here. Everybody. You got a gun. I got a gun. Everybody's got a gun. National Signing Day Live, 7 hours of live coverage and analysis, interactive chat, look-ins, and signing ceremonies, and more. Live and only on Warchant TV, sponsored by ABC and Spirits. Wine and Spirits, ABC. 8 a.m. Let's get to. I'm pumped.
Not ABC. I don't know if you want to be hitting up the ABC at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Open up. Signing day. Let's go. Can't do this sober. I'm nervous. Travis Hunter. I don't know if you guys have heard him. There's this kid. His name's Travis Hunter. 6'1", 170, wicked fast, change direction like nobody's business.
Runs a 4.140.
Benches 750 pounds, 48-inch vertical. Won a game by himself against 11. He's that kind of difference maker coming to Tallahassee. We think, what if he doesn't? It's a possibility. Heard a terrible rumor last night. It's going to scare everybody that he may be waiting to spring on us that he's going to Georgia. I said, oh, you shut your mouth.
That's Farrell from Rivals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though we're on the Rivals Network, it's okay to say that that's stupid.
Don't you joke with me, Farrell.
Don't you put that on me, Mike Farrell.
Do we have what you talking about, Maribeth, or whatever?
I'll take a look. Actually, we'll need that a lot next week, won't we?
Mm-hmm. Sam McCall, come on down. Lake Gibson, I see you. AJ Duffy, IMG. Jalen Early. Antavius Woody.
So what are you talking about, Maribeth? Don't go playing jokes.
That's a double 11 today.
He's on our mind today.
Yeah, it's a 22 kind of day.
Mortimer, Sapp, Hill, Lyons, Hester, Thomas, Richardson, come on down. Let's go. All of you. And then in the last moment, it happens. We find out that the Johnson boys say yes to Tallahassee as well.
The brothers Johnson.
Forget about it. So that guy's name transferring in is Bless Harris. You know Bless Harris? What you know about Bless Harris?
I know that he's a transfer. I'm sorry. What do you know about Bless Harris?
What you know about Bless Harris? He's 6'4", 315 pounds of tackle.
Yeah, that's right.
From Lamar. And the funny part is, as soon as I saw that Bless Harris was coming to Tallahassee, I went, probably the best lineman on the team. Come on down, Bless.
What do you know about Bless Harris? There it is.
Yeah.
When he signs, right?
And that's what we're going to say.
As the transfer, you need to quote tweet and put that out there, please.
What you know about Bless Harris?
Yes, please.
All right, I will. I haven't had a go-to in a long time. We're going all the way back to Go Tell It to Moses McCray. I used to yell that frequently on the show because people talked about conditioning or being tired. Go tell it to Moses McCray on that bike where he lives. Always pedaling. Moses would get on a bike now.
I hope he's doing all right because he would always give us everything he had.
I loved Moses McCray. I really
He's
did.
a good player too.
He was a good player,
Yeah.
and he was hurt in perpetuity. That's why he had to stay on that bike. Things were going to stiffen up. Moses is like, I can't give you a practice today, coach, but I'll ride the hell out of 750 miles over the course of several hours on this bike. It was insane.
Look at Moses.
Look at him over there.
475 pounds if he didn't bike for 6 hours every day.
Every day, all day. You're telling me you're tired? You go tell Moses McCray you're tired. That was the whole, that and the sand pits. We remember that player.
We have got to. And now that I had the Photoshop kind of stuff that I can do. Leonard's worn some funny outfits for the Friday night. I forget what it's, Jam with Coach Ham.
Yeah.
He's worn some funny outfits. So we've got to get that and place him on a beach or near a volleyball net as he is the director of the Sandpits Conditioning Experiment. That was Xavier Gibson?
No, that was not Xavier
No.
Gibson. It was the former NBA center's son.
Oh, yeah. Who was that?
His
I'll
last
look
name
it up.
starts with an F, I think. Why am I forgetting? The folks in the chat, save us. Who was Sandpits?
Kyle Turpin.
That's right, Turpin.
Woo! I didn't look it up.
Mel Turpin's son. That's accurate.
Kyle Turpin.
Mel Turpin sounded like paint thinner.
Well, turpentine.
Yeah. I was always like, honey, can you run to the store and give me some Mel Turpin?
When you're looking for turpentine, trust Mel Turpentine.
Hi, I'm Mel Turpin, former NBA center. And when I'm looking for turpentine, hey, that's me. Oh, we're off the deep end today. I do want to touch on this.
Just use Flex Seal.
Did you those things never work. But you're always, they do a good job. Every time you watch the commercial, you're like, I should get me some Flex Seal just to play with.
Look at that.
That's
I've
amazing.
got a boat made out of only Flex Seal. Who needs to spend $2,000?
On the season, so that you know, everybody in the NFL, if you're a sporting guy or gal and you've got a bookie that you illegally bet with like me, then you need to know that favorites, by the way, on the season, what do you think? What do you think, Tom? Here they are. Favorites lead 113, 78, and 1. So if you just took all favorites against the number, you'd be up a pretty penny. 113, 78, and 1.
Okay. All right. That's usually a good year for me.
That's a crazy good
I'm
year.
kind of a fish in that I play a lot of favorites. I do.
That's crazy. Okay, so by the way, no. I had that wrong. Don't listen to me at all. I had that completely wrong.
Yeah, let's wipe up the exaggerating lower third, please.
I was looking at a different number. I looked at the wrong number. That's the wrong category, Jeff, you dumbass. So on the season, faves lead 113, 78, and 1 straight up.
Well, that would stand to reason.
Straight up. That makes much more sense.
Yeah.
I didn't look at that would be a problem. Okay. So dogs lead with the number.
Right. That's why I feel like a fish.
Yeah. Dogs lead with the number 106, 85, and 1. Very different story.
Yes.
Very different story.
Taking the points.
Against the spread, you would be hitting at, what is that, 50, 55%?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right around 55%. Road teams lead 99, 92, and 1 straight up. Road teams win more than they lose straight up.
Even with fans
about
back in the
that?
seats.
Yeah.
Welcome back, fans.
And you had 3 neutral site games this year. 109, I call the London game the Jacksonville special. 109, 82, and 1 in the against the spread. Unders lead. That makes a lot of sense. The weather turns pretty quick in the NFL at a lot of places.
And last year was an offensive explosion, so you would think maybe that there was an overreaction from the books early on. Because the first 2 or 3 weeks, there were a lot of low scores. And even think about it, if you watch your fantasy team numbers this season league-wide, a lot of lower scores are winning. I know certainly in my league that's the case. 10, 15-point difference probably week to week.
In addition to taking Navy plus the 7.5, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and do the famed Army-Navy under bet, which is an annual occurrence. The under, you got a guess on this? Do you remember this?
No, I'm trying to think of where this is. It's in New Jersey this year. Is it in the Meadowlands? I'll take a look at the weather.
I didn't look. But this is an incredible stat. It rivals the Harbaugh stat for preseason games, where I am an ATM for you. Okay? This is insane. Army, Navy, the total has gone under 15 consecutive games.
What?
They're like looking in the mirror. They see the same thing every day. Both teams run the same damn offense. They're not fooled by anything. East Rutherford. Under the total.
Wow, it's warm up there tomorrow.
15 straight years. The under. They can't make it low enough. It's 34.5 right now. You can't make it low enough. That's crazy.
So there's a lower chance of rain during at kickoff of this game tomorrow. It rises as you get into the evening. But the high tomorrow is 65 degrees. That might be the warmest Army-Navy game of my lifetime.
I get invited to that game every year because we have the coaches on.
I got invited this year, too.
We never go. What's wrong with us? What is wrong with us?
This is the first time I've had the invite, and I had to text a mutual friend of ours and say, I'm so sorry. Can't make it happen this year. And it hurt. That one hurt. Even before it was delivered, I said, take it back. Let me take that message back.
Man, it does suck because here's the thing. We have been very fortunate in this field, in this job, because of listeners, because we've been successful on the air. We've been able to stay on the air and work in sports, which is a dream come true, and I never take it for granted. But one of the things that I tell people say, well, it must be fun to talk sports for a living. It must be fun to work in the industry you work in. And for the most part, that's true. Yeah, for the most part, it is true. And I never take it for granted. But I tell people all the time that I'm forever grateful that you and I got to go and cover the Stanley Cup Finals, that we got to go out to Pasadena and walk on the Rose Bowl field, with the San Gabriel Mountains, and just do all of that back-to-back seasons. Got to go in 13 and 14, got to cover the Rose Bowl. Was remarkable. To stay in Newport, to be on that media bus, to go in and just take it all in.
Yeah, and 14 to walk on the field was special
insane.
Because that was
a beautiful day.
It was an earlier in the day kickoff. And so, I mean, it's that direct sunlight, and you just see how pristine.
Glistens.
It looks perfect on TV. It looks better in real life as you walk on it. Now, we got to walk on the field for the championship game after the confetti was all over it because we had won the national title.
That is correct.
So we were allowed to do so.
Oh, I think about all this all the time. We were in the locker room after that game, too, watching the kids celebrate. That was insane. So how fortunate that is, right? That's the year that I bumped into Cuba Gooding Jr. at the bar.
You did.
That was crazy.
That was probably the most rewarding experience in the job's history because I'm a lost Acadian. You had seen national titles with your own eyeballs.
Multiple.
In stadiums, live, not on television. You went to those games.
Yes, I did. I've been everywhere but the Rose Bowl.
I had seen Stanley Cups. I had seen an American League Championship Series that didn't involve my team, but I'd never seen the Noles. That was just unbelievable. And my friends from college were there. I was able to go say hello to them before kickoff. So it was like, worlds were colliding. So that was a very rewarding experience. The Stanley Cup Finals was just kind of cool, though, to sit in press row with the who's who. I'm a nerd for hockey, so I know these Canadian media types. They'd walk by you here in Tallahassee, and you wouldn't say a word to them. But I'm like, oh, my God.
That's so-and-so.
It's Bob McKenzie.
Yeah. No, we had a blast. So the reason I bring all that up was, thinking back to how I never lose track of just how grateful I am that we got to cover all of those things. But the one thing that I've been invited to and had the opportunity to do and never have done foolishly is to go to the Army-Navy game. And I just feel like I've insulted these poor men that have invited us to these games. It's ridiculous. Why would I not go to the Army-Navy game?
I don't know. You're less American for it. You're rejecting heroes.
I got to go. But you know what? I got to tell you, if we went this year to the Army-Navy game, which I can't wait to watch, I always watch it, always love it. I know a lot of people. Corey Clark is un-American. Corey Clark hates that game. He won't watch it.
What?
Oh, he hates it. Yeah, he hates it.
Why? Because of the option?
Yeah, he doesn't like the option. He's an elitist.
That's not elitist.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
He's red. I mean, look at him. He's a Ruski.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's just wrong.
I don't think Reds don't like the Army-Navy. But okay, I see what you're saying. Ruski.
Yeah, he's a Ruski.
Wait, there are enemies again? I can never keep up with that.
I don't know either. But he's, Putin. But he's an awful human being, that Corey Clark. Refuses to watch Army-Navy. Refuses, don't you, Corey? I'm calling you out right here on this show.
You could say an awful American, but you advance it to the human
I'm
being.
kidding. People know that. But he doesn't like it. And I love it. I hope it's 6-3. I'm fine with it. But I would have been disappointed if it went this year because you just informed me that it's going to be in the 60s. It's going to be colder here when they kick off than it is there. Yeah, that's not cool.
It'll be close, yeah.
I want snow when I go. I want to be freezing.
When Army got off the Schneid, I believe it was 5 years ago now.
Fantastic. What a game.
believe that was Vern's final call on that game. And I remember
I thought he'd be dead a week later. I did. Did you?
No, and here I was just going to talk about how Papa Vern getting choked up for his last call was a very touching moment. But
it was very touching. I thought he was about to die.
You watched it, you're like, oh, he should be crying. He's about to die.
No, I didn't say I want him to or that I think it's going to happen for sure. I just said that when I heard him talking and he started boo-hooing, I thought, oh, he knows.
Right.
He knows.
That's what I just said.
Well, he knows. It's tough, man. Unless they were kicking him out of the booth, I wouldn't have done it. I'd have kept talking. Come on, Vern.
I am CBS.
Yeah, keep broadcasting, buddy. Jeff Cameron Show 93.3 Real Talk Radio Warchant TV. At ISF know you want to do amazing things. You have big ideas and goals for the future. For over 40 years, ISF has focused on solving the future for state government through strategy, process, and technology. As a national management and IT consulting firm, ISF has the expertise to transform strategies, refine processes, and implement solutions to lead you in today's changing environment. ISF, your vision plus our expertise brings your brilliant ideas to life. Visit ISF.com to learn more. ISF, solving the future.
Hi, Chris Kraft for the Kraft Brothers dealerships. By now, we've all heard that used car prices are through the roof. So your car, yes, the car you are probably driving right now, is worth more at Kraft Nissan Infinity than anywhere else in North Florida. Every day we buy cars from customers, or they trade up. They come into our dealerships telling us that dealers offer them over Kelley Blue Book price. Forget that. At Kraft, we threw out the Kelley Blue Book prices months ago. With over 100 years combined experience, our appraisers know the market. They offer you the right price, which is always more money than you'd get anywhere else. So you can sell Kraft your car for holiday cash right now or get maximum savings when you trade in for a new car. Why right now? Because on January 1st, your car has a birthday. It's officially a year older. So I've challenged the Kraft appraisers to raise the roof on appraisals. So you see, we get a big factory bonus if we sell 200 more cars by year end, and we're close. It's simple. You buy from us and we share our year bonus with you in the form of higher trade-in prices and bigger discounts. But you better hurry because time is ticking on 2021. Kraft Nissan and Infinity, both on Mahan Drive.
For over 5 years now, McGowan's Hops and Grapes out in Bannerman Crossing has shown us not only what excellent service is, but what excellent food is. They've got their bacon flights, they have their shareables, they have their BLTs. Yes, I said BBLT, I didn't stutter. They also have a tremendous draft beer selection and a fantastic wine selection that the owners pick out personally. McGowan's Hops and Grapes is the place to go. Great food and great people. Go visit them today out in Bannerman Crossing in Northeast Tallahassee.
Ready for holiday spirits? For 15 years, Keys to Exceptional Youth Success has provided summer and post-secondary educational opportunities to students with disabilities. Keys helps provide a brighter future to many students in Big Bend by assisting students further their educational and employability skills. This year, Keys is asking you to join in holiday spirits by purchasing raffle tickets to 3 incredible packages. For all of the festive details, go to keysbigbend.org. Tickets are just $25 each. Must be 21 or older to enter. No purchase necessary to win. Donors include Keys board members, Total Bathroom Solutions, and Deep Brewing. You can also enter the raffle at the Grinchmas Celebration on Saturday, December 11th at Bannerman Crossing beginning at 6 p.m. The winning tickets will be pulled at 7:30 p.m. Grinchmas Celebration sponsors include Oyster City Brewing, McGowan's Hops and Grapes, Bannerman Crossing, and Christy Irwin Stylist. Join us for karaoke and fun in support of Keys. Visit Keys Big Bend on Facebook for event details. 'Tis the season to grow your heart. 3 sizes or more.
This is Patty Wilson.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're ready.
He's recording.
Why are you always saying your last name? It's Patty and Scott. Everybody knows who Patty and Scott.
I don't know. This is Patty Wilson. I am Patty Wilson.
What is the idea behind said promo?
It's for Patty's Playhouse. We're on Patty's Playhouse Saturdays at 11. Tune in. That's stupid. Just tune in. Saturdays at 11. Patty Wilson, Patty's Playhouse. House talk with a happy ending.
Each and every time.
We all want more energy, more strength, more results. Well, welcome to Orange Theory Fitness as you take a step towards feeling more alive today. Backed by science, Orange Theory's heart rate monitored workout is scientifically designed to keep heart rates in a target zone, spiking metabolism and increasing energy. Orange Theory Fitness is a one-of-a-kind group personal training workout resulting in more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours. Experience a more vibrant life today with Orange Theory Fitness. To find out more, go to orangetheoryfitness.com.
The Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Orange Theory Fitness. 2 Tallahassee locations, Midtown on Thomasville Road and Northside in the Village Common Shopping Center. Online at orangetheoryfitness.com.
That is a show to take in outdoors, Tom.
There are some whispers that they are trying to be secured around these parts, but that's not even close to done.
Okay, let's get it done.
I won't say the venue. You can pick one of 3,
Let's
right?
make it happen. Let's go. Camels ejected from beauty contest over Botox use and other tampering. Did you see that story? I didn't know they had one. This is kind of cool. Organizers of a popular camel beauty contest in Saudi Arabia. How about that for a stereotype? Have disqualified 43 contestants after cracking down on Botox injections and other forms of tampering by the breeders. The 40-day King Abdulaziz Camel Festival.
Nailed it.
Located about 100 kilometers, that would be 62 miles to you, northeast of the capital. Launched at the beginning of December. In its 6th year, it sees breeders compete for more than $66 million in prize money, according to the Saudi state media outlet Saudi Press. $66 million if your camel wins. What?
Yeah, but they'll chop off your hands if you grab an apple.
That's true.
They got their priorities in order over there, don't they?
In particular, an apple. Get it that those blueberries are fine, but
blueberries.
Unscrupulous breeders have been accused of using a number of methods to make their camels more likely to win, such as injecting them with silicone and fillers, inflating body parts. Oh, hey, now. Using rubber bands to enhance their appearance. What are we doing? What are we doing? This year, organizers have dealt with 147 cases of tampering. 147 cases. The largest number since the festival began. 43 contestants have been disqualified. Marzouk Al-Nauto, spokesman for the festival's legal committee, said that the breeders found to be tampering have to pay fines, which vary according to the offense. They're not chopping your hands off for this.
What? No public execution for this?
Nope.
Where's the standards? We're getting soft as a country. That's what they're saying over there.
For example, the fine for injecting fillers, Botox, or hormones can be as much as $27,000 per camel. While braiding, cutting the tail, or dyeing the camel, as in changing their color, is a fine of $8,000. I like my camel to be blue. Nobody will notice. In order to detect tampering, the camels are examined both physically and clinically using devices such as X-ray machines and sonar devices. This is getting serious. The owners of winning camels receive cash prizes, and the recognition means they can sell the camels for higher prices. Rare camels are big business in Saudi Arabia. An estimated 1.5 million camels are protected by their owners using microchips to find out where they're roaming about. Camels are an important part of Saudi culture. The animals are well adapted to life in the desert, like the Arabian desert, Tom. Large parts of which lie within the kingdom, as you well know, of Saudi Arabia.
Of course, yeah. You know, you just dress yours up as Joe Camel and we're done here. Where's my money? I win.
I had a roommate who would smoke twice as many cigarettes a day to get the camel bucks so that he could get the prizes. And I would go, so you want to die sooner, but with more toys? And he was like, I could win a dartboard.
Yeah, some kids had UPCs from Captain Crunch boxes, and this guy was going for the incentives on the Joe Camel packs.
Yeah, my buddy Ross, he would smoke. He wake up. You could hear him. He lived upstairs, and you'd hear him wake up coughing at 8 o'clock in the morning. You'd hear him wheezing, and then the next thing you'd hear the sound of a lighter.
That's how it works.
I'm like, my man, what are we doing here?
Now, which was cooler, between these three because Red Dog was terrible, but those commercials, remember with the big pit bull, Red Dog, and he'd be walking around. The Spuds McKenzie or Joe Camel. Inappropriate mascots to seem cool to kids for
Right.
stuff that kids shouldn't be buying.
Right.
Which one would you choose as the coolest mascot?
Joe Camel.
Joe Camel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Spuds is pretty cool.
I always laughed at Joe Campbell for one specific reason. If you look at him closely.
Oh, okay. Great.
Pull it up during the break.
Here we go. Google.
Yeah. Let's get to wagering with my mother. We'll do it next. Jeff Cameron Show, 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.
Your local news now.
Blueprint Intergovernmental Agency approved a bond financing to go towards renovations of Doak Campbell Stadium using city sales tax dollars on Thursday. $20 million is planned to go towards an overall $120 million project by Florida State University's Seminole Boosters to renovate Doak Campbell Stadium. FSU said that the upgrades would create 250 jobs and $102 million in economic impact. City Commissioner Jeremy Matlow said that after the bond financing approval, Blueprint will only have about $1 million left to invest in other projects. Tallahassee's biggest downtown market is happening this weekend. It will feature 70 vendors showcasing small businesses, local artists, and more. There'll be food, music, and entertainment, plus Santa and Mrs. Claus will be stopping by. Just one more downtown market is happening at the chain of parks on Monroe Street and Park Avenue. It's going to be on this Saturday, December 11th, starting at 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be there from 12 to 2, and this is the final downtown market until March of 2022. This is Rachel Lene with your Real Talk 93.3 local news update, brought to you by Mac & More Systems, Tallahassee's go-to Mac store. Check them out online at macandmoresystems.com.
This is meteorologist Laura Lockwood with your Real Talk 93.3 weather update. Mainly cloudy today with areas of sun developing. High of 77. Tonight, increasing clouds, low near 64. High of 78 on Saturday. Lots of clouds, areas of showers, and a few thunderstorms. More showers and storms possible Saturday night. Will cool to a low near 58. This report is brought to you by Long John's. For your landscaping and lawn care needs, visit longjohns.com. Right now, 61.
What do you need tires on? Your car or truck? Tractor or heavy equipment? At Nice Tire and Auto Service, we have tires for all of these needs. And we service your vehicle from air conditioning and computerized alignment to oil changes and everything else under the hood. Call Nice Tire and Auto today at 574-4100. That's 574-4100 for your scheduled maintenance. National accounts welcome at Nice Tire and Auto Service. 4792 Bluntstown Highway, just west of Capitol Circle.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Hold on, Tom. Is that Eddie again?
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Hey, what's up, guys? What are you doing?
Back on the golf course, Eddie? You don't play. Are you playing?
No, man. You know me. I don't know the difference between a 4-iron and a cesta. But
different sports.
I'm out here giving out gift cards, man. I'm delivering some gift cards for people for Christmas. So make sure you come get your gift cards. Call up, order them up. We can get them to you.
Greatest gift to open, especially, I think, out of a stocking.
Ooh,
stocking gift card from Gordo's or Bumpus is where it's at.
Hey, we like pantyhose, stockings, anything you got. We'll put them in there, baby.
Let's try to keep it clean. Take care of your town and your people like you do, Eddie. I'll take one of those gift cards. Thanks, brother.
You bet. You know, if you could wish for anything, Jeff, what would it be?
World peace. Gordo's, bringing the flavor and flair of Cuban food to Tallahassee since 1996.
It's Congressman Michael Waltz on the Greg Tish Show.
Good morning, Congressman. How are you doing?
Hey, doing well.
Again, just what you have to go through day in and day out. I don't know how you have hair left, or like Matty Rowe, just completely bald.
Hey,
sorry.
And the irony of it all, the progressives are the tail wagging the dog. This whole bipartisan White House is a joke. We're just watching them, eat their own.
The Greg Tish Show, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m., only on Real Talk 93.3. The Jeff Cameron Show is a production of the Warchant.com Multimedia Network. Check out Warchant.com today for the latest news inside Florida State athletics. That's Warchant.com. Now, back to Jeff on Real Talk 93.3.
Part, Vikings lose to Detroit, and absolutely butcher what would have been a glorious 3-team teaser pleaser We had it won, and then that happened. Then the Vikings decided to screw us. Some roofing companies say they're the best in town with the best price around, and safety is their top priority, but they don't always have your best interest at heart. T-Spark Enterprises, Roofing and Construction, they believe in doing things the right way and the safe way. Employees undergo regular safety testing and training, constantly being educated on new techniques and new materials like becoming master metal applicators. Have you considered a new metal roof? Long-lasting and durable, you're in luck because T-Spark Enterprises Roofing and Construction are the best in town. Call them today at 766-1340 or get a free quote today at tsparkconstruction.com. tsparkconstruction.com.
Good people. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're going to come fix my bathroom. They don't know it yet. I'll be calling them.
You just did.
Yeah, I did. I need you, Travis. It's been, you know how when you finally notice something, like it could be certain.
Oh, and you can't unsee it.
Oh, you can't unsee it.
It was the French door. I got so tired of that damn thing, and now it's all good.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. Every time I go in there, I'm like, we got to do something about this. This ain't going to get it done. All right, let's welcome. Go ahead and cue it up there, Tommy.
Going straight in. Let's see. That's what I get.
Yeah.
We're all screwed up. There's no way.
All right, I'm going to do a countdown. We're about to bring on Mom so that we can bet. Okay, now, Tom.
And now for another edition of the Family Pick. Nick.
Go to your room! Ma, the meatloaf!
Take it away, Jeffrey.
Mom, you won last week. The one game we had different. I took Los Angeles, the Chargers, and you had the Bengals, right? Or did I have it? No, I had the Bengals. You had the Chargers. Yeah.
I had the Chargers.
Right.
Yes, I did. Oh my Lord, I was elated. You would have thought I won the lottery.
Yeah. Have you cut it to 8? Is that what it is?
I think we did. Yes, we did. I'm one little step at a time.
Well, we both had the Vikings last night, I assume.
Yes, we did. But wasn't that the most crazy game you've ever seen? I mean, it looked like Minnesota had it hands down, and then my God, here came Pittsburgh roaring back, and there at the end, it was a little crazy.
It was very crazy, yeah. I didn't actually see the final 2 drives. I went to bed. I thought it was over, and then got up this morning and saw that and went, "What are you doing? You missed it." But
I know. It was really kind of crazy. And then that guy for Pittsburgh kind of fooled around and cost him some time when he was doing his happy dance that he made a first down. And, they didn't get to they had to, clock the ball and all that. So anyway, I am sure that Mike Tomlin had quite a talk with that young man.
I'm sure. Cowboys and the football team from Washington. Here we go.
I know it. I'm taking Dallas, but I'm iffy.
Dallas is iffy, but I'll take Dallas here too. They ought to wake up. They're getting some players back. That should help them, and they're the better team. Let's see. Jags on the road against the Titans. We both take the Titans.
Yes, we will.
Seahawks at Texans. Both of them stink.
I know, they do. I'm going to take Seattle, though. I think they stink a little less.
Me too. Raiders at Chiefs.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Good game, though. Good game. I'll take the Chiefs as well. Saints at Jets.
This game is also a game that's terrible. I just don't know what to do. I think the Jets are doing a little better, but New Orleans should win this game, but I have no confidence in them with no quarterback. I don't know who to pick.
We got to pick somebody.
I know I do. I guess I'm going to pick New Orleans.
Me too, but they do suck. I understand your quandary. Falcons at Panthers.
Well, I'm not picking those damn Panthers again. Atlanta, but I don't feel good about this pick either.
They're all awful. It's just terrible. Both these teams, man, this is a coin flip.
I know. As you say, it's a suck fest.
It is a suck fest. You're right. I think I'm going to take
suck with an S, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers, Mom. We'll have one different here. I'll take the Panthers. It's a coin.
Really? Okay. And with your friend Cam.
Well, I don't think he's starting. He's been benched, and he's terrible. And I told you that well in advance.
Well, who else are they? Who else?
I don't care. Anybody is better than Cam Newton. Quite literally, anybody else is better. So they should start the coach. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Ravens at Browns.
That's a good game. Now we go from kind of the sublime to the ridiculous, or what, ridiculous to the sublime. I am going to take Cleveland.
They're the more desperate team, and truthfully, we just got done talking about how Lamar's not been playing well lately.
No, he hasn't.
I'm torn. I think I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens.
Okay, that's two. Okay.
That's 2. Giants at Chargers.
Chargers.
Lions at Broncos.
Yeah, I'm taking, but I am really happy for Detroit.
I know you are.
I am tickled for them. I'm taking Denver, though.
Me too. 49ers at Bengals. Here we go.
Yeah, I know it. That's a good one, but I'm concerned about Joe's finger. I know they say he's playing and everything, but if he gets a good wrap on that hand or whatever, I don't know what might happen. So I am taking San Fran.
Me too. Bills at Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks, but boy, this game makes me so nervous.
You shouldn't be nervous, Mom. Hang in there. It's okay. We'll take the Bucks. The Bills only beat really bad teams. Bears at Packers.
Oh, now that's a game too, isn't it? I mean, only because of Aaron Rodgers and all of his comments and things. I think Chicago could really be out to hurt him.
That'd be good.
I guess. I mean, I'm taking Green Bay though.
Me too. I think they're punchless. As angry as they may very well be. And then finally, a game that I'm glad is being played because either way a loss helps the Bucks, but we would really like to root for the Rams on the road at the Cardinals. Who do you got?
Oh, well, I know we would, but I really think Arizona will win this game. I mean, if they don't, it will be good, but I took Arizona.
I did too. All right, so we got two different. We've got
Carolina
two different.
and Atlanta and Baltimore, Cleveland.
Yeah, and this should be interesting. I mean, I don't feel real good about that Carolina game. I don't know how anybody could. It doesn't matter who you pick. You're relying on a terrible team.
Yeah.
But all right, we got those two different. Mama, have a great weekend. I love you.
All right, you too. Love you too. You guys have a good one.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
My mom dropping down with it's a suck fest.
Yeah. She's been listening to the show for too long.
Or she knows me.
Yeah. I'm sure that wasn't created just for the show. And then the Panthers. How about Carolina getting her fired up?
Yeah, she's
damn Panthers.
She's tired of losing with them, and I tried to warn everybody back when they were like 3-0. I'm like, yeah, they're not any good guys.
Should have hit the under on the season win total.
Yeah, I probably should have. I thought what I was seeing, I was like, I think these Panthers are a fugazi. That's what I think. And the more I looked at them, I'm like, they're fugazi. And then they proved to be fugazi. But I didn't do it. But I did jump on that Dolphins train, baby. Woohoo!
You really still think you're going to will them to the playoffs?
They're going to the playoffs.
That's what you're trying to do.
The Miami Dolphins are going to the playoffs thanks to me and Flores. He's done a good job.
And Tua's been okay lately. Yeah.
Tua's been okay lately. One check down at a time, Tom. One check down at a time. Old Tua's learned, I'm not any good. I'm just going to throw a 4-yard pass, and we're going to play some defense out here. It's going to be all right.
Well, because they can. They can do that.
I do. I'm telling you. Also, they've got fantastic uniforms. Just fantastic. I love them.
All right. Did you check the remainder of the schedule for the Miami Dolphins, or are you just saying it doesn't matter because they're hitting their
No, let's
stride?
pull it up. It doesn't
All right.
matter. I mean, they're going.
So they got the Jets.
That's another win for the Dolphins.
That's on the 19th. They had a bye this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
No games this week.
Then they play at the Saints.
They're getting healthy. They're getting geared up. Oh, Minnesota's terrible. You know that.
At the Saints, but still New Orleans.
That's a win. That's a win.
Yeah. All right. Last,
what did I say? Minnesota?
Minnesota, yeah.
Same team.
Well, but that's one's got a better quarterback, different issues, but
Yeah,
they're all the same.
yeah.
But the final 2 weeks are the Titans.
Oof, that's a toughie.
On the road, could be Derrick Henry back in action for that game.
Let's hope not.
And they host New England in Week 18. Now, they could get lucky if New England takes care of business over the next month. But still, you're looking at 2-2, 3-2 if they or 3-1 if they really do their job here.
2-2, and let's see here. You get to 2-2. Let's say you get this next win against the Jets. That gets them to 500, I do believe, and that's at the Hard Rock, buddy. That's a big win. They don't have to go up there to the cold. You can listen to it right here on Kiss Country 99.9 FM. That's where they play it down in Miami.
Is it really?
Kiss Country. I had a buddy that worked at Kiss Country.
So a 3-1 finish would put them at 9-8. The 9-8 is going to get into the wild card.
They're getting in, baby.
Oh yeah, you're doing the math.
The
now.
Bills have fallen off a cliff. They're getting in. The Saints, they'll go win that game. The Caesars Superdome, and you can hear it right here on Kiss Country 99.9 FM. And they're at Tennessee.
You secretly want to be a country station DJ, don't you?
Well, and I would play it up. I would
Yeah.
do all the stupid stuff the country
Mhm.
DJs do. It would be great. Yeah.
What would your DJ name be?
I think Cliff.
Cliff?
Cliff. Yeah. I'd be Cliff something. It'd be great. I'd be Cliff something, and I'd grow a mustache, and I'd pretend.
Cowboy Cliff?
Oh, how good is that? It's almost 5 o'clock. You're listening to Cowboy Cliff. Coming up next, Cowboy Cliff with you here on Kiss Country 99.9 FM.
Alan Jackson coming up next set.
Oh, after that,
Stay
it's
tuned.
Travis Tritt, followed by Florida Georgia Line. Stay tuned at 99.9 FM Kiss Country and Cowboy Cliff. I'm going to do it. I'm going to create the alter ego Cowboy Cliff, and I'm going to play all of those horrific bands.
You know what? Cowboy Cliff's show wouldn't even be in a studio. It would be a Camping World at all times.
Or at the Bass Pro Shops.
Yep.
Near you. We would tour the Bass Pro Shops.
It's alternating.
Yeah.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at the Bass Pro Shops.
Don't forget, Cowboy Cliff will be at the Bass Pro Shop on 33rd and 7th.
It is a Wednesday.
And again on Friday. So get all your fishing needs here with Cowboy Cliff of Kiss Country 99.9 FM. Coming up next, Kenny Chesney. It's the Jeff Cameron Show, 93.3 Real Talk Radio.
Wooden Glass has been taking care of families since 1945.
Experienced, reliable professionals who offer only the best, like Wooden's top-of-the-line bath enclosures. Eye-catching storefronts are a specialty at Wooden Glass, and they provide precise installation.
Wooden Glass, Tallahassee's first family in glass. Online at woodenglass.com. Call 850-222-5781.
Let me tell you what T-Spark stands for. It stands for strength, commitment, teamwork, and heart. We don't ever quit until we've got nothing left to give. Our team is unstoppable. Want a guaranteed win? Call T-Spark Enterprises for your next roofing or construction project. We conquer all peaks. T-SparkConstruction.com. License number CCC 1331204.
This is Kyle, Service Manager from Barano Heating and Air. Schedule an appointment from your mobile device to learn about our Total Comfort Service Program. With guaranteed same-day service, 15% off necessary repairs, and $25 berry books to use towards air filters and other products. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Barano Heating and Air. Any day, anytime, anywhere. Online at baranoac.com.
Florida license CAC 1816-186.
Hi, I'm Andy Cohen with Florida Farm Bureau Insurance. When I was a law enforcement officer, I devoted my life to a career of service and protection. And as an agent with Florida Farm Bureau, I'm continuing that promise. Farm Bureau Insurance has been protecting what matters most for over 75 years. Your home, your auto, your family, your life. Who's protecting you? Give me a call, 850-671-FARM. That's 671-FARM. At Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
Are you stumped on who to call for fast and affordable crane and tree service? Deep South Tree Service is a cut above the rest. They go out on a limb for their customers. With the largest crane in the Big Bend area, no job is too tall, no job is too small. Call Rob for a free quote today. 850-877-TREE. That's 877-8733. Deep South Tree Service. Our roots run deep.
Live and living color and totally free. Subscribe to Warchant TV on YouTube, the digital home of Warchant.com. From the practice field to pregame and the phone calls afterwards, Warchant's YouTube channel is home to live programming like Seminole Headlines, Wake Up Warchant, The Jeff Cameron Show, as well as Trench Talk, a live Q&A with Noles offensive lineman Devontae Love-Taylor. Just search Warchant on YouTube and click or tap the subscribe button. That's it. It's totally free. Warchant TV on YouTube. Just another reason we're the ultimate Seminole sports source.
The Jeff Cameron Show is a production of the Warchant.com Multimedia Network. Check out Warchant.com today for the latest news inside Florida State athletics. That's Warchant.com. Now, back to Jeff on Real Talk 93.3.
to his benefit, used to score a touchdown in the ACC championship game. In fact, according to a memo from NCAA National Coordinator of Officials Steve Shaw, referees should interpret a fake slide as a player surrendering himself and should end the play immediately. Quote, anytime a ball carrier begins, simulates, or fakes a feet-first slide, the ball should be declared dead by the on-field officials at this point. The intent of the rule is player safety. The objective is to give a ball carrier an option to end the play by sliding feet first and to avoid contact. To allow the ball carrier to fake a slide would compromise the defense that is being instructed to let up when the ball carrier slides feet first. Yes, that's accurate. You could just get rid of all these stupid rules and let people hit each other like the game was meant to be played.
Yeah, I'm starting to get angry in my mid-30s as well.
I told you.
I just make it all live. Now, in college, if you're down, you're down anyway. So any slide or anything like that would be – it's not like the NFL where you need to touch somebody once they're down. But in college, it's already you don't need an extra rule. Your knee touches, the play's over anyway. So if you're not going to do it, light his ass up.
Light him up. And if you're inbounds, I don't care if you have the greatest head of speed we've ever seen a human being have headed towards the sideline. If you are not out of bounds, I can hit you in the face.
Yeah, you're too late.
Yeah, you didn't get there. I won the foot race to the spot.
It's not a late hit. It's a late exit.
Yeah, you didn't get there in time.
Yeah.
You miscalculated my speed. And you're going to pay a dear price for it.
You won't do that again.
Yeah, bet you get
You'll
out
take
sooner
2 fewer
next time.
yards. Yeah,
damn it. And also, I think in today's game, if I was running after a guy who was going out of bounds and he did that dumbass thing where he puts the ball, I'm hitting you anyhow at that point. I just hate it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good when my guy does it.
You have the hand strength like Anquan Bolden just ripped the ball.
Like,
look at that. It's my ball now.
I took it from you. The memo also states that such a play is not reviewable. So somebody's going to bastardize this. Somebody's going to call for somebody saying they were sliding and they weren't, and we're going to all be like, "Oh my god, it's going to happen."
And then it will be reviewable the year after.
Yes, we'll get you there.
They got to keep getting paid. It's like consultants.
Pickett used a fake slide to freeze defenders. Oh, you just brought up my dream job, man. I loved it when I was a consultant.
You'd like to consult on rule changes?
Oh,
We're gonna go halfway this year so I can consult next year and say, you know what? Let's go full speed. Let's finish the rule.
I envision a future where when I get out of the radio business, I'm a consultant for the radio business, and I can just drive around or fly around and tell people what they should do about their radio station. It doesn't even really have to matter or be pertinent to the community. And I get paid triple what everybody else makes because it says consultant next to my name.
Now, Rich, I'd love to hear what you think about this radio station. Now, I won't be looking at you. I'll be typing into this computer over here and looking at the screen. But rest assured, I'm listening to every word you say.
Intently. What was that, Rich? After Pickett broke containment on third down, he briefly stutter-stepped and pretended to slide after picking up the first down. Two Wake Forest defenders then froze, figuring Pickett was giving himself up. Instead, Pickett said, "Ha-ha!" I don't know if he did that, but he should have. Because if you're going to do it, you got to go, "Ha-ha! Gotcha!" as you run away. And then they got to hear you going, hee.
Yeah, like A-Rod at Toronto, right?
Yeah. Ah! And raced another 40 yards for a touchdown before blowing kisses to the crowd in the end zone, which really would have infuriated me. Pickett, the ACC Player of the Year, said after the game that the move was intentional but unplanned. I just kind of started slowing down and pulling up and getting ready to slide, and I saw their body language, and they pulled up too. I've never done that before. I just kind of kept going after I initially started to slide. Oh, look at that. I know people think the rule book covers every imaginable scenario, but it does not. In a season, I will typically have 1, 2, or maybe even 3 of what we call play interpretations. That, according to Shaw in that email, a rule change was not needed. A new rule was not implemented. The change is a new interpretation of the existing rules regarding when to call a play dead, is what he said. Shaw said the conference coordinators of officials and all officials were notified of the new interpretation. Wake Forest coach Dave Clauston wasn't happy about all of this. Of course, if that is the rule, I will just have my guy fake kneel all the way down the damn field. There you go, Dave.
I've had it up to here.
I'm done with this nonsense. Yeah, Dave was angry. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're going to get to a place, and I'm really hoping for it soon, where the game, which has been over officiated, I get it, man. I get it. For certain safety things I'm fine with, but goodness gracious. And again, I first guessed this the very first year that the point of emphasis occurred, where they started kicking people out of games unnecessarily, and they were asking officials to judge intent and all that nonsense. And I said at that time, just as I do now, 99.9% of all football hits are not intentional targeting. The game is played too fast. Even the ones that look like they are, in fact, the very definition of targeting, I don't think should be enforced, because I don't think that players intend to do that. They're just trying to get low. They're beating you to a spot.
Right.
We're both fighting for angles, and that's why we're wearing helmets, because just in case our heads collide, I'm protected.
I don't think the officials look at the proper place of when the decision is made. They look at the hit itself.
They look at the hit.
They're
They
looking
look at the
for
hit.
contact, forcible
Helmet to
contact to
helmet.
a strike zone.
Yes.
That's not what you need to be looking at. You need to be looking at, when does the player slide? What other variables are there?
When did the defensive
player when the
commit?
defender commits?
Yeah.
Yes. And the NFL is finally getting something right with reviews. It was the XFL's idea, but it's all of our ideas since replay review came back, which is just have a dude call down and say, this is the correct thing, move on. They call the expedited review in the NFL.
I love it.
Can that be contagious?
Oh, can we
across football, please.
Please, I beg
Some
of
dude
you.
who is wise.
Yeah,
we don't have a
you
lot
or
of,
me. You or me.
We could do it.
100%, and it would be
with
really,
our DVRs. We could do it faster than them with whatever system they have.
Give me the system. First of all, they're going to be like, oh, Cameron's in the booth today. Strap it up. Ain't nobody calling anything out here.
Say, just give me my DVR. I'll pause it, rewind it. Like, okay, that's 2:37 on the clock. He's out of bounds there. That he's down by contact. We're moving on. Thank you.
There it is. I know that looked awfully violent, and that guy's head snapped back, and he may very well be concussed, but it was not intentional. It's not targeting. It's football. Get him off the field. Let's go. That's my ring down right there. That's it. All right. You want to cue it up? You want to do it?
Oh, I got something.
You're ready for it. Okay, fire it up. Let's go.
Hey, Big Daddy, having some Red Russians tonight? We'll know in about 47 seconds.
To an open wing. It's picked up by Dowdy, an empty net. He scores.
Hot damn, Big Daddy's done it again. Red Russians all around, Teddy. All right, Big Daddy.
Brought to you by our friends at North Florida Payroll Services, locally owned for nearly 15 years, offering payroll and HR services, including full online applicant onboarding and integration into payroll. Save your company money and headaches today. Head to northfloridapayroll.com.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to pick Army and Navy when this music is going.
I took Navy plus 7.5.
No, it feels inappropriate. Woefully.
Also, go ahead. You pick your game, and I'll come back to mine.
All right, so I've got. All right, this is a little pizza money Friday night fun. This is what we're doing here in the NHL.
Money.
We're gonna parlay two puck lines. Rangers minus 1.5 in Buffalo. Panthers minus 1.5 in Arizona. Piece those two together, you get plus 306. A little guy, just a little guy, could make you a lot more. Plus 306. Go ahead, go get it.
Plus 306. All right, I like it. A little pizza money at plus 306. Maybe a large, extra large pizza, perhaps. Let me do this just to make sure I got the odds exactly right. I told you earlier, let's see, Bengals and Ravens. We're going to do this. Okay, that gets me to plus 9.5. And this is live on the air, folks. This is how you do. This is how you do. Now, we turn that little two-teamer into a teaser pleaser.
You better hope he gets there.
I got
YouTubers, because we're gonna have some Billy Squire play us out today.
Okay. Yeah, I turn it over to the Ravens plus 9. You can have that's what you get. I'm gonna get a little plus 9 action. And then I get the Bengals plus 8 hosting the 49ers. I like it. That's a 2-pick teaser pleaser. That's your wager.
Goodbye, YouTubers.
You want to turn it into a 3-team?